This episode of Ben 10 doesn't fit anywhere on the timeline. I'm not saying it's not canon or anything, just that timeline-wise, it's literally impossible. Let's break it down. Ben and Gwen share a birthday.
Now you two have shared the same birthday for 10 years.
Gwen's birthday's in December.
My cousin's birthday.
Her birthday is in December.
Gwen leaves for college and comes back on spring break.
Forget her. I'm on spring break.
Spring break is in March, which is after December, so he must be 17. Ben also comments on Gwen's new design in this episode, so every other appearance of Gwen has to take place after spring break.
Like the new look, cuz.
Gwen later returns in the malware arc, in which Ben regains the alien feedback. Feedback shows up at the beginning of this episode, but at the end of the episode, Grandpa Max says,
You're gonna be 17 for crying out. Oh.
surely you can see the problem now, right? If Ben has feedback, then it's not possible for him to still be 16, especially since him regaining feedback would have to take place after spring break. Now you could argue that this episode, and by extension this episode's predecessor, Blue Cake and Driba Go to Mr. Smoothies, just takes place before Many Happy Returns, the spring break episode, and that feedback showing up is just a mistake, like some celestial sapien just pulling a prank and letting him use feedback without him realizing why that's a problem. I mean, it sounds dumb until you realize that in the airing order, that's basically what happened, since this episode aired before the malware arc in which he unlocked feedback in the first place. Now this is fixed in the production order, of course, which makes the episode take place after the malware arc, but even then, Ben's age is still wrong, unless you want to argue that Ben is just 16 2 years in a row for some reason. Because if you don't want to accept either of those answers, then you gotta start getting into headcanon like, this episode had them trying to get back to their universe. Maybe they didn't, and this isn't our Grandpa Max. Either that, or Max is just going senile. Or he just made a mistake, right? And just said the wrong thing. Either way, it doesn't change the fact that for the most part, this episode doesn't fit anywhere on the timeline.